mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Juju Smith.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger hitting Juju on the slant.
Juju.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 35. First, the numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 10 catches, 132 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young, make that now 8 sacks for him. And all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Roethlisberger's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for...
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Number 7, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 83 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Ball carrier.
Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
He's brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
45-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
30-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 28, 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
At the 8-yard line.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Makes this Washington 7.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Not
only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington.
17.
Terry McLaurin, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, completion here to Claypool. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trevor Williams with a pick. So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Jordan Love in this offense ready to get the football back.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Brings up second and 10.
To throw again. Love. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking sideline, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ben to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted by Washington. They'll take over.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, it's Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And he slings one that's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking long for... This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain of 39 on third. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the Steelers' 11.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Gibson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 4th down, Love. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Down just shy of the goal line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and a yard at the 30.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Following the interception, Love slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
The second down throw for Love. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Love now to pass on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. To the air again, Love. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
A gain of 5 brings up third and 2.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation, particularly rosy. Taken from just outside the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of
13 yards there on a Washington 1st. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On 1st and 10, Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Love now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I mean, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
4th down.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Washington, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, that first win.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah.